How's it going, viewers? Mr. Incredi-Brony is back and he's rolling with the punches, baby. Welcome to a ranking tier list, and we're going to be finally doing the DC movies, specifically the DCEU. And I've seen all of them. Now, the question is, do I prefer Marvel or DC? Even though I will say Marvel has much more iconic heroes, I think DC has overall better, villains and themes and everything. I think DC is more dark, and I don't know. I've always preferred DC over Marvel because I just love when superhero films are more dark and less comedic. Some films do work with comedy, like Guardians of the Galaxy is a great way of balancing comedy and darkness, but the DC is honestly all around great with darkness. So let's finally do a ranking tier on all the DCEU movies. Starting off, 1, 2, 3, cue the music. This is going to be in a random order as well, so let's get into this. Starting off the list, we have Aquaman from 2017, Jason Momoa. Honestly, really great actor, and he played the character honestly very well. The effects hold up very well, actually, and yeah, I really like the film. I'm not in love with it like most people, but I think it's really good. I would put it in the good. I think it's a good movie, so I put it in the B tier. I really do enjoy it. Okay, then we have Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, specifically the Ultimate Edition. I watched this in cinema with my father and cousin. We were a little bit disappointed at first. I watched it again, specifically the Ultimate Edition, and honestly, my opinions went a little bit up, but not by a long shot. The action scenes with Batman and Superman is, of course, absolutely beautiful, and I'm just not a huge fan of the ending with Doomsday, and I think Lex Luthor is terrible. I don't like the way they made Lex Luthor in the film. He tried to be too funny, and I just wasn't a fan of it. So yeah, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, I'm putting it in the C tier. Could have been worse, but could be a lot better, honestly. Especially with a title like that, it has to be better than that. Okay, speaking of Superman, now we have Man of Steel, Henry Cavill. Great film, absolutely great. I really do enjoy this film a lot. It's not my favorite Superman movie. That still goes to Christopher Reeve's film from 1978. And shockingly enough, that's not my favorite Superman. My favorite Superman is still the Fleischer Studio Superman from the 1940s. You will know it if you type down Superman and the Mad Scientist. That's my favorite Superman ever. That's never gonna change. But other than that, Man of Steel deserves the A tier, whatever. Just nothing else I could say. Really cool effect, really good acting. General Zod, incredible villain. Just, what else can I say? It's great. Okay, then we have Shazam. Okay, this is how you do this is how you make a film comedic and also dark. This is something that the Marvel needs to take notes for, honestly. I really like this. Zachary Levi is hilarious in this film. I really enjoy this film. It's hilarious, like I said. It's everything. I think it's great. It is absolutely great. I think, honestly, because of the ending showing off Superman, it's better than Man of Steel. Okay, and then we have Wonder Woman. Okay, Wonder Woman, for a standalone first film, it's actually good. It's actually good. I actually enjoy it. It's good. I'll put it in the B tier with Aquaman. I think Aquaman was slightly better, but Wonder Woman's still good. Okay, then we have, Suicide Squad from 2016. What a mess of a movie. Absolute mess. The only thing I like about this film is the song Heathens by 21 Pilots. I also like 2 of the characters. I really like Deadshot and Captain Boomerang. And Harley Quinn. Those 3 characters I liked, but every other character was boring. They sucked, I didn't care about them, and the villain was one of the worst written villains ever. I did not care about any other characters besides Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. They were the only 3 I really cared about, but other than that, the film is it's very unwatchable. Such a meh movie. And the Joker, played by Jared Leto, he's actually a literal joke. I just can't stand his role. No. Just no. I do not want to see a handsome Joker ever again. All right, then we have Birds of Prey. Definitely an improvement over Suicide Squad, but not by a long shot. It's a decent watch. I'd say it's better than Batman vs Superman, but it still has its fair of issues. But I still enjoy the film for its weirdness, so it's a decent watch, honestly. It could be better, so I'm putting it in the C tier. Okay, then we have Justice League, the original film. Definitely one of the weakest films ever. Absolute meh. Don't like it at all. Then we have Zack Snyder's Justice League. Definitely a huge improvement over the original. I'm putting this right at the top of great. I do think the film may be a little bit too long for its length, and the pacing is a little bit weird in certain scenes, but overall, such a great film. Top of the A tier, without a doubt. Okay, then we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. A good sequel, but not as fun as the first movie. I think Zachary Levi's acting was a little bit off in this film, and the villains weren't as cool as the first movie villain, but I still enjoyed this film for what it was. I'll put it in the B tier. I'd say it's slightly better than Wonder Woman, but Aquaman is still my favorite of the B tier. Okay, then we have Wonder Woman 1984, easily the worst DC film. One of the worst sequels ever. It's at the bottom of D tier. This is easily my least favorite DC film, without a doubt. Okay, then we have the Suicide Squad, specifically the 2021 version directed by James Gunn. Once again, James Gunn's directing is fabulous. I am in love with this movie. It has hilarious one-liners, amazing characters, really likable ones as well. I love Peacemaker. I love Idris Elba's character. I actually forgot his character's name. Once again, Margot Robbie is amazing as Harley Quinn. I love Ratcatcher, and King Shark is adorable, and I am in love with Polka Dot Man. Polka Dot Man is my favorite DC character in the whole world. I remember my uncle showing me like a collection of all the villains he had like as trading cards, and one of them was Polka Dot Man. I was like, who is that? He's like, this is Polka Dot Man. And I was like, ooh. So I took it from him. It was the only character I really was interested in. So having a movie where he's actually a character and doing his powers of using his polka dots to like melt stuff, make it like, because it's like a flammable thing, that's like a dream come true. My heart was beating throughout the whole film for him. Spoiler alert, he does perish in the end, but he did die a hero. And yeah, my dad said it best, he did die a hero. You know, he got to get revenge on his mom, I guess, but yeah, it's hilarious, it's epic, it has some shocking moments too. The Project Starfish was actually terrifying. I'm not gonna lie, I was actually terrified of that thing. And all the deaths in this film were handled really well. And I was excited for the next one. So yeah, overall, amazing film. My favorite character in the film, well, I mean, besides Polka Dot Man, has to be TDK, the detachable kid, because he's played by Nathan Fillion. Other than that, the Suicide Squad, sorry about that, is top of the S tier. That's our first S tier movie as well. This is crazy. Okay, then we have the Peacemaker series, also a banger of a show. On the S tier, but without the Suicide Squad, we wouldn't have Peacemaker. And John Cena is the GOAT. Absolutely. And finally, we have the most recent DC film, The Flash. I was excited for this film, I really was. And guess what? I was kind of disappointed. Just a little bit. The effects were terrible. Some of the character writing was kind of weak for me, but I actually really liked the beginning. The beginning of the film was really good. The middle had some slow moments here and there, but the final 30 minutes was awful. So yeah, I won't spoil what happens, but either way, I'm putting The Flash in the C tier. It really should have been better. So there you go. In the D tier, we have Wonder Woman 1984, Justice League, and Suicide Squad. In the C tier, we have Batman vs Superman, Birds of Prey, The Flash. Finally, in the B tier, we have Wonder Woman, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, and Aquaman. In the great tier, or A tier actually, we have Man of Steel, Shazam, and Zack Snyder's Justice League. And finally, in the S tier, we have Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad. There you go. I look forward to what happens next with the DC, and look forward to that, viewers, and I shall see you all in the next one. If you enjoyed this particular video, leave a like on it, don't forget to subscribe. If you're interested, follow me on Instagram, link down below. And until then, stay positive, keep calm, stay safe, be incredible, and as always, Brony on. Peace.